Hello guys, welcome to Real English with Real Teachers. Myself, Charlie, and we have Harry that I'll pass over in a moment. Just to say that we are here to help non-native English learners perfect their ability with the spoken and written language. And we are here to give you an engaging way to interact with us and the language. So without further ado, how are you doing, Harry?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for that lovely intro, Charlie. Good to see you. How are you doing?
Yeah, today's a good day. But Harry and I have actually been talking briefly today about finding a location for our immersion course that we're excited to do, haven't we?
We have indeed. Yeah, really excited about that. We're going to invite 6 of you. Well, we're actually inviting all of you to come and stay with us, but only 6 people will be able to squeeze into the accommodation that we're finding. But yeah, it's really, really exciting. It was nice today to have less teaching and more of the real English time. So thank you guys for coming to this live English lesson, which is for non-native speakers of English. I'm going to give you a brief breakdown of what we are doing today so that you know what to expect. We're going to start today by just speaking a bit about the topic of fitness and asking you how you keep fit. And we might even teach you 1 or 2 English idioms, because idiomatic expressions are very, very useful. There are so many of them. So the more idiomatic expressions you can use, the better. And when you come to speaking with native English speakers, you will see that they use idioms all the time. So the more you know, the better. We're then going to show you a video, and we'd like to get you commenting on this video. We've done these kinds of activities before, and we think they're really good for English learners and developing your fluency as an English speaker. And then we will finish off by getting you to compile all the language we've taught you in this lesson in a story. So get your cups of teas ready, get your fingers ready. We want you to participate and give us lots of English to work with.
Thank you, Harry. That was a very professional delivery there. I liked it.
Thank you.
So we've seen some comments already, and we want to get you talking. So we'd like to ask you, how do you keep fit, and what do you prefer in your sporting lifestyle, if you have a sporting lifestyle? What your kind of favorite activities are? For me, I think I grew up liking golf, but some people don't actually think that golf is a sport. So I'd like to put out to you guys, what do you think of that? Do you think it's too inactive to be classed as anything like a sport, or is it indeed a competitive and well-rounded activity?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt the fact that golf is a sport. I do think it's a ridiculous sport, trying to fit a tiny little ball in a tiny little hole, which is just slightly bigger than the ball.
Well, that sounds like your bedroom activities, doesn't it, Harry?
Oh, you're so naughty, Charlie. You're so naughty. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of golf. I'm not. Is your dad's a golfer, is he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's a big fan of the sport. I think I got him into it though, because he encouraged me to go, and then as I was playing, he started to realize that he liked it. Then he became the captain. So yeah, a very full-on role he had for a year.
Okay, you said that's a good phrase actually. You said you got him into it. You got your dad into playing, so this one, to get someone into something. What did you mean by that?
Okay. It meant that I did something to allow for him to like it as well. to get someone into something. Yeah, you're encouraging someone to do something that you probably do already, right?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. And you could use it for yourself. You could say, I am into this, or I have got into this. And that means you started to do something. You started to enjoy something. And you could also do it for another person. So if you want your father or your friend to start playing golf as well, you can get them into it. Maybe you can invite them with you and say, come on, Dad, let's go and play a spot of golf. Let's play a round of golf. And you got him into it because then he started enjoying it.
Yeah, yeah. And that actually is quite a British phrase, so we should teach it. Do you think that we use it in a serious way ever? A spot of something?
Nowadays, probably not. Maybe the well-to-do, like the higher classes, the kind of, perhaps they would say that. They'd say, oh, let's play a spot of golf, Jeffrey. But I mean, amongst people like you and I, we probably don't say it seriously.
No, but we do use it as a joke all the time. Like if the conversation's going towards something posh, we would probably use it in an attempt to be funny. Like you just did there. I mean, you were hilarious, obviously, but
as always,
play a spot of golf. So have a spot of tea? No, have a spot of lunch. Could say that. Yeah.
Spot of lunch. You wouldn't say, let's play a spot of football, would you?
No. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. So there we go. A spot of and the get someone into something. But we'll go to the comments in a second. Harry, what about you? Are you interested in many sporting activities?
Yeah. So I actually had about a year and a half just without sport and exercise as a result of injuring myself in the gym. I injured my shoulder, but recently I've been wanting to get back on the horse and start going to the gym again. And I have actually started going to the gym again.
Okay. So get back on the horse. What does that mean?
Yeah, and that doesn't mean I now ride horses. This just means exactly. So you say you get back on the horse, or you want to get back on the horse and do something when perhaps you have failed in doing something challenging and you want to try it again. So I was in the gym lifting weights. I maybe lifted something too heavy and I hurt my shoulder. But now I want to get back on the horse and do it again, and try again. So it's a challenging action that I've failed in. I want to do it again. So that's the first meaning. The second meaning is quite similar. It's related, but it means to get back into a habit, to start doing a habit again, and normally a good habit. So going to the gym, it's really good for your physique. It's good for your fitness, your health. And I stopped doing that. So now I want to get back on the horse and start exercising again.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Here's the phrase. To get back on the horse and do something.
Yeah, I wrote it in as well. Okay. So meantime, or during the inactive point of your injury, did you fall out of shape? Did you get a little fat? Did you get a bit rotund?
A little rotund. I like that word. So a bit round. I had like periods of time where I was a bit out of shape in my appearance, but and I would have been unfit. Yeah, like I would have lost stamina. I probably couldn't run for a long time, but yeah, I probably didn't look too out of shape. I'm quite lucky. I always kind of look slim, which is lucky, really.
Okay, yeah. So that means you have a fast metabolism.
Yeah, that could well be it. Yeah. Fall out of shape, Charlie. That was a nice one.
Why, thank you, sir. Yeah, I thought that would help. Fall out of shape.
Yeah, just over here, to fall out of shape. What did you mean by that? Don't worry, guys. We're going to read your comments in just one moment.
Yeah, definitely. To fall out of shape is to, well, get a little bit rotund. It's to not be as fit as you'd like. Because actually, a really, really athletic person could still say that phrase if they are a little less muscular. So they're still probably very fit, but they, in their perspective, have fallen out of shape. So they're not at their A game. They're not really, really good. So it varies depending on the relativity of their expectation of themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, to have a fall in your personal physique and fitness. Yeah,
exactly. Okay, I'm going to share my screen.
Okay, lovely. While you're doing that, I'm just going to read out some hellos. Hello from Japan, Neotan. Victoria from Russia, hello. Adriana B, hello. Dipesh Kanal from Nepal. I don't know how to say it nowadays. Some people say Nepal, some people say Nepal. It's so nice to see people from all over the world, from Poland, from Hong Kong, from India, Romania. It's really amazing. Hello, guys. It's lovely to have you here.
Brilliant. Okay, so over to the comments, and lovely to see so many already. Gabriella, thank you for yours. I thought I'd read yours out to start with. So Gabriella said, unfortunately, nowadays, I'm not fit. I want to go back, though. Okay, thank you. So I want to go back. Nice informal usage of want to, like it. And this first part, unfortunately, nowadays, I'm not fit. Really good. Over here, though, I want to go back, though. This is actually where you could say Harry's phrase, get back on the horse. So you could say, I want to get back on the horse. I want to go back to doing it. And a native would probably also say, if you're not using the idiom, I want to get back into it. I want to get back into it.
Yeah. Or she could just say, I want to go back to the gym, though, perhaps.
Oh, okay. Yeah, to the gym. That would complete the sentence. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
But nice. Lovely, Gabriella, thank you for starting it off. Harry, do you want to pick another one?
Estella Malshi, hello, lovely to see you. I'm sure you're a regular. By eating healthy food and also playing sports at school. Nice.
Really strong.
Good job, Estella. What type of healthy food do you eat? Are you gluten-free? Or maybe just a veggie?
Yeah.
I had such a healthy dinner last night. I had a chicken salad. It was delish.
Are you a healthy eater normally, Harry?
Yeah, except for all the curries and burgers. Yes.
Okay. Adriana B, I am not fit, but now I am learning to prepare raw food. It is so easy and even cheap. Things like avocados and nuts can become delicious desserts in no time. Goodness me, sounds like you should start a cooking show, Adriana. Very nice.
Good English. Yeah, avocados are nice. They say that avocados is one of the few foods you could live off. If you had no water and you had no other food, you could eat avocados for the rest of your life and lead a relatively healthy existence. That's what my friend JJ told me. I don't know if there's any truth in that.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting though. Yeah, wonder if JJ is speaking the truth. Let's read one more. Let's read quite a good long one.
He does talk a lot. Do
you want to take Anna's or Cinnamon Studio? Either one.
Cinnamon Studio. I always read Cinnamon Studio. I just love the name Cinnamon Studio, but I'm going to go for Anna.
Okay.
I don't think golf is a sport because you don't need to be fit to practice it. I mean, you only need to know the technique and practice a lot. On the contrary, in other sports, you need a hard training.
Brilliant.
Okay, that's a nice comment, Anna. Thank you very much.
Really I would say it was 1000% amazing up till like here.
Yeah. So you could just say you need to train hard.
Yeah, in other sports, you need to train hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you could say it requires a lot of training, perhaps.
Yeah, yeah. Or intensive. In other sports, you need intensive training.
Yeah. But yeah, do you agree with that?
My own opinion of golf? Yeah, I mean, you don't need to get fit, but I don't think it's necessarily about a fitness.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely a challenge in itself to perfect the action, because it's a really accurate kind of moment that you've got to contact the ball to get it to the right direction.
Yeah, it requires good hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, so that's where I think it would be definitely a sport, because it's requiring physical skill.
Yeah, yeah. But darts is another one of those sports that doesn't really require any physical fitness. And when you look at the professionals who practice darts, who do play darts, you'll see they're very out of shape. They're incredibly out of shape, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. I don't think any of them ever think about getting back on the horse and exercising, do they?
No, in fact, I doubt they were ever actually on the horse, to be honest.
That's true. And they've got a nice beer belly, haven't they?
Exactly. For those of you who don't know what darts is, I'm going to draw a little diagram.
Oh, this should be interesting, everybody. Get your screen grabs ready, because this will be a Picasso.
Yeah, you can sell this for at least €3 on eBay. This is a dart. Okay, it's got a little kind of metal needle bit at the end, and you throw it like this in a board like this, which is a lot bigger. This isn't life size. It's actually quite big, and you have to try and hit the different points on the board.
That might be the life size of the bullseye.
Yeah, that's true. So this is called darts. That's darts.
You can't beat a bit of bully.
You can't beat it. So lovely. What are we up to next, Charlie?
I'd like to introduce the video.
Okay, brilliant. So, guys, Charlie's going to share a video with you guys, writing down what you see and explaining things as a story is a wonderful skill when learning any foreign language. It's very difficult to choose the right verbs, the right expressions, to kind of articulate what you're thinking, what is being shown. So this is something we think you should practice. Try and practice it every day. And we want you to practice that with us here today in this live lesson. So Charlie's going to show you a video. We want you to watch it and then write down exactly what you saw. You could use the present, you could use the past tense, anything you like.
Thank you, Harry. Yeah, really, really nice. So I don't need to say anything more because that was so efficient. Here we have the video. I'm just going to play a very short clip, and then we'll come back to another clip afterwards. But initially, we just want you to describe this very first one. Here we go.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay, There we go. What do you think of that, Harry?
that was really impressive, actually.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
He must be in very good shape.
Okay, good usage. Yeah. So we were thinking that some of these phrases might not hit home exactly with some of these videos. So just try to use as many as you can, but feel free to be as expressive in your own unique ways as possible. But Harry, you just used a perfect one. Yeah, he must be in really good shape. Yeah.
And if he stopped doing that for a while, he would probably fall out of shape, I imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what could you say if he had an accident doing that, and then he wanted to try it again in the future, you could use another one of these phrases.
You could say he wants to get back on the horse.
Exactly. Yeah. He fell down those stairs. He broke his arm. He
Ow.
felt a right idiot. And then he tried it again 3 months later because he wanted to get back on the horse and get back out there and do parkour.
Yeah.
That's the sport, isn't it? Parkour?
Parkour, yeah. It's a French word and it means free running or urban running.
Ah, yeah. It originated in France. Good call. I remember that there was that program. It was the first time I'd heard of parkour, and it was called Jump London. Did you see that?
I don't think I have, actually. I saw a very famous French film called Band Louis 13 or something, and it's got amazing parkour in the first scene particularly.
Yeah, I seem to remember in one of the recent James Bond films, there was also a really cool opening scene of a parkour. What would you call them? A free runner. A free runner?
Yeah, a free runner. Yeah, it'd be hard to use parkour in that way.
A parkourer. Yeah. So here we have free running, parkour, and we'd say to do parkour, right? Or to practice parkour.
He does. Yeah, do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, James Bond was chasing after this this guy who was doing this amazing parkour, and I remember like the parkour guy, the free runner, he would like jump over things and do crazy flips, and then James Bond would just crash through the door or just break through the wall because he couldn't flip over it.
Yeah, I remember that scene very clearly. It was in a big construction site, wasn't it?
Twas.
Stop saying that. Okay. So you actually said a phrase that I want to teach everyone, because although we use it a bit more often than most, I think it's quite a nice phrase. Good call. Good call. And it's just a simple way to suggest that you like what someone said or a suggestion that they've made, and you just want to reciprocate that you agree with that, and you're like, good call. Yeah, nice idea.
Yeah, saying you concur. Yeah, good call. So it's like an exclamation, right?
And I suppose it's suggesting that your idea was a call, like it was a shout out.
Yeah. Could we also say good shout? Is that the same?
Yeah, exactly the same usage, isn't it? Good shout, good call, good shout.
Yeah. So if someone says something and you kind of agree with it, or maybe if they make a suggestion, like, we should do this, you go, good call, or good shout.
Yeah. It'd be funny to hear that in a lesson. Like if you said, okay, we're going to use a video now, they'd be like, good call. It'd be nice.
Yeah, good. All right, should we have a look at some of these comments?
Let's, because we've got quite a few and we want to help you guys out as much as possible.
Yeah. So we're going to read out as many as we can. So thank you so much for writing these comments and for being so creative and participating. It's very important to us that you're doing that, and we love it. So thank you.
Ditto, absolutely. Oh, we've got Sophie back in here. Okay. So Adriana, one don't need to go to the gym, but go for a walk and maybe do some exercises with body weight. Okay. I
think the comments are lowered down about the video.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was just following up from where we left off.
Okay.
I can go down if you want. Picasso, Harry. They like that. Danny likes your drawing.
I know. Thank you, Danny.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Hello. This one. That's the topic before, but we might. I don't want to skip though. I don't want to skip.
Okay, here comes the stuff about parkour. Here we go. Okay. The guy came across as a circus person. Maybe he is performing parkour.
Okay.
I came across as a circus person. Maybe he is performing parkour. Nice.
Yeah.
What do you
To
think
come
of
across
that?
that's really nice. That's a useful phrase, actually, everyone. To come across as something. I would say something else other than circus person. What would I say?
Circus performer
Performer. Nice. Yeah.
or a circus act?
Oh, yeah. That guy came across as a circus act. Came across like, no, came across as, yeah, came across as a circus performer. Okay, performer would be my preferred. And then
Yeah.
maybe he is performing parkour. So you probably want to change performing if you don't want to sound like a broken record. So maybe he is doing parkour. Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay. Thank you, Adriana.
We got one with the back on the horse one. Let's see that one.
Where's that then?
Gaming, studying. Is the one beneath, a little bit up? There it is. Just by your cursor. If he fell, he should get back on the horse. That's it.
Okay.
So thank you so much for this entertaining gaming studying zone. Nice name. If he fell, he should get back on the horse. Okay. Or if I would say if he falls, he should get back on the horse and try again.
Yeah. If he falls, he should get back on the horse and try again. Yeah. Good. If he falls, so changing the tense. Why are you changing the tense?
Well,
I think
just because it sounds a bit strange. If you want to make it a conditional, so like, if you want to make it what do you call it? A hypothetical conditional, we could say if he fell from the wall. I don't know. It just sounds a bit strange. If he fell, he should get back on the horse.
Yeah, I would just say if you're going to use that, then you might want to change this to if he fell, he might one day want to get back on the horse.
Yeah, it sounds more natural, doesn't it? Yeah. And with get back on the horse, we often use a verb after. We'd say to get back on the horse and do something. So if he falls or if he fell, one day he should get back on the horse and try again.
Yeah.
Like that. All right, let's have a look at another one.
Okay, Chiaki? When he was trying to do parkour, a car was coming towards him. He should have found a safe place. Very true. Yeah, good English. This parkourer.
Nice. I'm reading the one beneath that one.
Okay, I was going to say that the free runner. He's a reckless kind of guy. He should have looked out, shouldn't he? Okay.
Yeah.
Krishna.
That man backflipped a few times. He must be hitting the gym. Nice. He hasn't fallen out of shape.
That's really good. We were thinking of some idioms related to exercising, and we didn't think of this one. To hit the gym. Yeah,
it's lovely.
Brilliant.
Very nice.
And it just means to go to the gym, and it suggests that you are doing it quite full on, and you're working out hard.
Yeah, exactly. There's a nice one just below that as well, Charlie.
Here?
Do you want to read that one?
Okay. In the video, there was a gymnast who jumped over the gap between the two roads. Good start. He was very fit and was dressed in all black. He was dressed all in black. Dressed all in black. There was also a different spelling of there. THERE was also a vehicle and a few people around him. All in all, though, a lovely comment. So thank you very much for that one.
Very nice. Can you scroll just slightly to the left, Chaz? Because I can't actually see the names.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a bit strange. I don't know how to.
That's it.
That's it?
No, whatever you before. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Should we come back?
Yeah.
I do love them, and we do want to recognize that we appreciate all of the comments, but we want to also give you more and more phrases.
Exactly. So yeah, we are actually coming near to the end now, aren't we? But today has been amazing, and we're not finished yet. We want to get you using these phrases again. But just to let you know, if you felt like today it was difficult to get your comment read out and you want more personal feedback from us, we do have a membership program over on our Patreon page where we offer patron exclusive live lessons, which we do twice a month, and also group lessons on Skype. So you can actually speak with us and other non-native speakers, and also one-to-one lessons as well. So if you do want more attention on your English and you want to progress more at a faster pace, then go and check out that link that we have in the description box.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to push too much, but we also realize that we can't help you enough in these live classes. So the Patreon allows us to grow our channel and at the same time give you more at a very cheap rate, we think, because the one-on-one you can only set a certain price, but with this kind of thing we can help you and give you more time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we have a live lesson with our patrons next week, and there's going to be around like 6 or 7 people in that lesson, maybe a couple more, so we can really like focus on the things they write, and it'll be more like a normal class. But we love giving these live lessons, and we're going to continue doing it every Wednesday, but we just want to tell you you can get more from us if you want.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay. All right. Should we leave it there, Harry?
Yeah. What they could do now, though, for a kind of homework task, when this lesson is finished, we'd like you to write an example in the comments below this video using all of these expressions, or as many of them as you can, all related to fitness.
Yes.
And
yeah. What is in the comments of the video once it's streamed, or do you mean the live chat feature?
Yeah, just once it's streamed, they can comment it and it will be there forever.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Cool. All right. Remember, Charlie and I, we are teachers, and we do this full time. We teach one-to-one on Skype. So check out our links below if you want to work on your grammar, pronunciation, speaking ability, exam preparation, anything. So check out the links below if you want more English lessons.
Yeah. We're going to put all of the phrases that we've covered in the description box. So give us an hour and it will be all there for you to do your homework task of using all of them and creating a story. Maybe imagine yourself trying to do parkour or taking on the ever challenging sport of golf.
Exactly. Yeah, it is a challenging sport. Oh, there was one thing I didn't mention. So as we've stressed quite a few times now, these live lessons, they only last around 30 to 40 minutes now because we have quite busy schedules. The Patreon lessons, they are an hour long and we're doing them twice a month. So if you want to join, the cheapest option we have is like $5 a month, and you get these videos and these are exclusive for you. So you can download them, you can get audio copies of them, whatever you like.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Should we leave it there?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everybody. We hope that you enjoyed it. We'll be back next week with another one. And I would like to thank everyone who's commented and say, if you enjoyed it, give us a little thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. And I've got an ebook as well. If you want to improve your self-study and you haven't grabbed that yet, then that definitely helps you. And the last thing, I feel like we've got a lot to say at the moment because we've got a lot of things going on with our channel, but we're doing an immersion course this summer. We're doing 2, hopefully. And if you're interested in coming to stay with us for a couple of days, then go to the video. There'll be a link to it, I think, in the description, or there is another video that has that and it has the email opt-in that we will then give you more information about. But that is enough from us, I think.
Yeah, that's exciting. We're thinking Somerset or Brighton at the moment, aren't we?
Yes. Yeah, we are. Yeah.
So check that out. And also add us on our other social media. We're on Instagram. We are on Twitter. And we're also on Facebook as well. So visit us on there to get more free content and more updates from us with our programs and our courses and our videos.
Okay. Thank you very much, Harry. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Sayonara.
Thanks, man. See you later, Charlie. And thank you guys for watching, and see you next Wednesday at the same time.
See you guys. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.